Hello and welcome back to Boozy Book Reports, a simple podcast where we revisit childhood classics while drinking copious amounts of alcohol. We're your hosts, Beth
and Sam.
And this month we're reporting on Girl Talk #1, Welcome to Junior High by L.E. Blair, first published in 1990. I'm very excited. First of all, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. And it's finally fall.
It is fall.
I'm so happy because I hated summer. And
I love summer.
I know you
do. But fall's also very hot too. So that works with our drink tonight.
Yes. Well, yeah. September is never like actually fall
we
where we live. Yeah. It's still warm.
And parts of the country, like in LA, we used to joke about Sweat-tember and Sweat-tober because September and October were the hottest months.
Oh, interesting.
It's so hot.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm really excited for like late September and October. But
yeah,
I digress.
I mean, this is on the fall topic. I feel like there are two fall eras.
Yes.
There is the apple fall and there's pumpkin fall.
Yeah. Okay. I could feel that.
Yeah.
I feel like I lean more pumpkin fall.
I'm an apple fall girl. I love pumpkin. But don't get me wrong.
Are you talking about, when you talk about eras, you're talking about seasons? Because I like late fall.
Yeah, it's like many seasons within the season.
Yeah,
I think apple fall is early fall.
Okay.
Back to school.
Yeah.
It's still like, there's still fruit that isn't considered a winter gourd.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, pumpkin fall is like, you're getting into it. It's almost Thanksgiving. This is the late fall.
Okay.
We are in apple fall.
Yeah. I mean,
back to school.
Back to school, which I'm excited. This book is all about back to school.
Yay!
Which is super, I don't know. I used to love back to school time because I love the office supplies and the school supplies.
100%.
I was literally at the store the other day looking at back to school supplies.
Yeah.
Like, ma'am, you don't need anything. Put the Post-its down. Don't look at a pen. You do not need a locker charm. What are we doing?
What about the 48 pack of Crayola crayons with the built-in sharpener?
That's classy. Classy.
No rose art here.
No, we keep it nice. I also really like all of the Crayola marker sets.
Yes.
Like glitter markers and this markers. And I'm just like, okay.
I still have a pack of those in my I teach adult children office.
Yeah.
I have a pack of Crayola markers that I use to mark on stuff.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Okay. But before we're going to get all into this goodness of this book and the season and just loving back to school, we have a delicious little delightful, well, I won't say delicious yet because we haven't tasted it and you never know.
I'm putting money down on delicious. Okay. I'm going to be very honest. This is a riff on a drink that I had in a cocktail bar in Denver called Yacht & Co. That's Death & Co. Yacht Club.
Yeah, oh my gosh. That sounds so bouge.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a dive bar with excellent cocktails and hot dogs.
That's so random.
They were playing 90s country when I was there.
Okay.
It was great.
Your jam.
I was living my best life. I was like cocktail, hot dog. One of the hot dogs had a cheese spread on it.
Oh.
It was great.
You're good.
Yeah. I was 100% in my own place. It is a banana daiquiri. So we'll talk about this, but the main character, the narrator, wants to be apparently more petite than she already is.
Yes.
So she's on a fruit-only diet. So this is a fruit-only cocktail.
Love it.
So it is a coconut banana daiquiri.
Okay. So what is in this?
So there is coconut rum chata, which is delicious. There's Coco Real, which is like a coconut puree syrup. There's a banana, there's rum, and some lime juice to balance it out.
This sounds amazing.
It's very tropical.
Nice. And I just want to state, you can find the full recipe on our TikTok because that's where the kids are.
The Utes. The Utes are on the TikTokies.
Well, I have to say, it smells amazing.
You said you liked coconut.
I love coconut.
There
I love
are
banana.
2 forms of coconut. There's a single banana.
And I haven't drank in a long time, so.
Buckle up, buckaroo.
Oh my gosh. I can't taste any alcohol.
That's the point. It's a tiki drink.
That's not good. And it's delicious.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had some bread today.
That's a single bread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not keto anymore, baby. This is
gosh.
This is problematically good.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the best one I've made in a long time.
Yeah, well, literally.
Because it's been a while.
It's been a minute. It's fine. Wow. Okay. Yeah, your girl's gonna. I keep reaching for it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great.
Well, so the rum, there's the biggest thing in it is the rum. The coconut horchata, the rum chata is not It's like
What's rum chata?
It's like almost Bailey's Irish cream, but with like rum. It's like a rum cream drink. And this one's got coconut cream in it. There's like rum chata. It's like a horchata, which would also honestly be an excellent addition to this. That would be like a more cinnamony version.
Okay.
But it's like, this is very, I wanted it for like the creaminess.
Yes,
and
it's creamy.
if you taste the coconut rum chata, it's like a very different coconut flavor to the Coco Royale flavor. So it's like, sort of the classic kind of fakey coconut with the like really kind of like deep.
It's like a dense coconut.
Yeah. So it's got layers of coconut.
I literally feel it already in my
gullet.
Sure, gullet, and or like I can tell I'm drinking alcohol, but I can't taste the alcohol. That's how I'm feeling.
This is like milkshake levels. It's good. And perfect for going to Fozzie's or whatever they used to, Fozzie Bears or whatever.
Bears?
Yeah, the
little diner place. Wasn't that what it was?
Like the juke joint that they went to and had pizza and milkshakes.
So many of the stories that we've read from this era have had juke joints, and I grew up in this era and they didn't.
We had one in Bennett out east called Sonks. My dad actually delivered pizza for them for a while, and it was like a little ice cream parlor type. It had ice cream and pizza, and honestly, it was really good. Yeah. But I don't know what happened. I mean, Bennett's a very small town, and stuff was hard.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Gunther Tootie's?
No. What's a Gunther Tootie?
Maybe this is a Colorado thing, but it's like a 50s diner. To my mom, Gunther Tootie's is the highlight of restaurants.
Oh, okay.
It is the peak to which, the waitresses are sassy and they have a lot of like little pins on, a lot of, pieces of flair sort of thing. And you go there. It's like a Midwest drag brunch, but like for my mom who can't handle
for
drag.
boomers.
Yeah. They're like, you're going to get sassed by a waitress. And she's got a lot of makeup on, but not too much.
Oh my gosh.
It's great.
Love that. So speaking of sass, this book is like perfect because it's 7th graders. And if there's one thing 7th graders have, it's sass.
Did I ever tell you about when I went to a middle school and I had to speak to all 3 grades?
I feel a vague memory of this.
I feel like I think I've told you this. Yeah. I don't know if I've told this on the podcast, so forgive me if I've already told this story, but I visited to talk about, it was a career day and I was supposed to talk to 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And the 6th graders were just like telling like John Cena jokes.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like excited and just still like bubbly. And then the 7th graders were like a little bit quiet and tired, but they weren't mean. And by the time I got to the 8th graders, they were so cruel. I felt like I was back in 8th grade.
Oh.
They were so mean and
so
feisty.
Mean.
They were like, "Oh, do you want to tell us about science?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I'm literally here, like on a volunteer thing. Yeah, I did, but all right, if you don't want to hear it,
I tell you, like, there's nothing worse than a middle school girl. Like
it was literally one girl, and I can picture her in my mind, and she was like, "Oh, you want to tell us about your career?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's why I'm here."
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, before we get into the trauma of our middle school years, Sam's going to read us the back of the book to give you a little taste of what's to come.
It's the beginning of an unforgettable year. 7th grade has just started, and already Sabrina Wells has got troubles. She's made an enemy of the principal's daughter, Stacy the Great, met the boy of her dreams, and been put in charge of the homecoming dance decorating committee. Will Sabrina manage to keep Stacy off her back, fall in love, and get shy Allison, preppy Katie, and Randy, the hip new girl from New York, to agree on a theme for the dance?
I mean, it's so good. It's so classic, like what was important in middle school in a back then situation.
Honestly, yeah. Those are the things like that I cared very much about. That's honestly pretty much it.
No, like reading this book. Well, first of all, like Girl Talk, I didn't realize, I remember seeing the books, I think, once at the book fair, but it was like not high on my list. But I was a big Girl Talk gamer. So I have Girl Talk and Girl Talk Dateline, which Girl Talk Dateline was, you got a cassette and it had this little thing you plugged into a little speakery thing you plugged into the headphones. And then you put these guys' chips into the thing and you'd have a date with a different boy. But it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And I'm kind of excited because I have my original Girl Talk game and we are going to play it tonight.
Okay.
And by play it, we're just going to look at it because it's kind of interesting. But I just want to say that there's a lot in the Girl Talk game that I was surprised about because I'm just like, oh, this is definitely of the 80s. It is not a modern game. And if a modern lady were to play it, they might be like, oh, this is not inclusive.
I did think, though, that this one was like, of the like 80s, middle school girl books that we've read, it did feel like it was on the cusp of the 90s.
Oh, this book for sure. Yeah. The game, not so much. The book for sure.
This one I was like a little bit impressed with. Honestly, I liked this
I enjoyed
one.
it.
It was adorable.
I probably could have read it faster, but it was triggering so many memories. And like, just like found myself like just smiling.
Yeah.
So before we get into all the details of the book, I have a couple little fast facts. So first thing is this. So this is actually written, the author's name is L.E. Blair, but her real name is Catherine Applegate.
She's Katie.
She's a Katie. So fun fact about this author is that she's written 276 books, which is considerable.
Are they all girl talk books?
They're not all girl talk books. She's mainly written for like young kids and whatever, young adults. There was a few other books. I didn't get deep into her lore just because I was like, I don't need to go to your website, ma'am, but thank you for your contribution to girl power in the 80s and 90s. But out of those 276 books, guess how many are girl talk books?
200 of them.
That was a great guess.
You said she'd done a couple other things.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Let me say, she's done a few other things.
Okay.
But 45.
That's a lot of. There's 45
girl talk books.
I'm going to have to read 44 more books to understand what happens. How long are they in the 7th grade? Holy crap.
Well, that's the crazy thing. This book it's like 1 week.
Yeah.
But like,
the homecoming is 1 weekend.
It feels like it's 1 week. Like the book reads like this all happened in 1 week. And so it centers around 4 different girls. Our narrator, Sabrina, aka Sabs, she's a twin. And she has brothers that are older. And so she's automatically like kind of cool. She has curly hair. She's wearing a 2-piece yellow like ensemble with some
florals for fall.
I was dying because like my 6th grade year, I wore a floral top that kind of flared out with some nice purple stirrup pants.
And then
I had bought a purse.
Oh my gosh.
I never carried a purse. I bought a purse with a long strap and I took it to the first day of school thinking everybody's going to have a purse. We called it middle school because we were 6th grade to 8th grade.
That was what we were too.
Yeah.
Was middle school.
But I thought I was so cool. And then I got out of my parents' car and I was like, oh no, we've made some poor choices.
My 6th grade picture, I am very pale because my mom was convinced that she could actually color match my foundation. And I had come off of a summer of being outside and I was very freckly. And so I am pale as a ghost. And of course, my mom was like, oh, that means we need to darken your eyebrows. And I got to school and I knew I looked terrible and I was trying to rub it off.
Yeah. Oh, that's a hard day.
God bless my mom. She just like, she kind of couldn't understand what to do with my skin and or my body. Like she also gave me like a size A bra one time and I was like, thanks for the earmuffs. Like, this ain't gonna do. This ain't cutting it.
It's not okay.
Sorry.
Oh gosh.
But she just couldn't color match with like my freckles and stuff. So she like matched basically what would have been my winter tone. And then I went in pale as a ghost. But 7th grade, I went in with a light blue floral print dress and chain necklaces because I was edgy.
Okay. I love that for you.
Had like the black star necklace. That was so cool in about 2001.
Oh, okay. I think I was in 7th grade in like 1993-ish. And I wore like a very like stripy, bright colored, like cross color style shirt with like a green, like a very Kelly green shirt on top of it, hair half up down with a giant red scrunchie and then a red lip. Like your girl used to love a red lip.
Amazing.
It was like, girl, what are you doing? Like it was a whole vibe.
I think you could rock a red lip.
No, I looked great, but when you see the picture, like you look like a 37-year-old woman. Like what is happening? Lots of makeup.
Did your foundation match?
No, because I lived in a town with with no black people, and so they didn't.
So we were both wearing shit too pale for our skin.
Way too pale. Like we had to drive to another city just to find a store that had darker like foundation, and even then, all you had the color girl like girls today do not understand. Like the shade range was trash, and they didn't carry everything, and so we got the darkest makeup for a white woman and it was not dark enough. So there were some times.
Yeah. I think of that sometimes when I see like the people, especially when they're doing like K-beauty because some of the K-beauty brands are like
it's
just
limited.
figuring it out.
Yeah.
So
yep, it's a whole thing. Anyway, so we have these 4 girls. We have Sabrina, we have Allison, which is she kind of, not to sound bad, but she's kind of our token. She is Native American. She's tall.
I feel like they don't even really like lean into the fact that she's Native American that much. They're just like, her defining trait is tall.
Tall, yeah. But she's like encompasses everything not typical in some ways.
Yeah.
Outside of Randy, but that's a choice.
I mean, she's wearing a pretty banging bolo tie on the picture. I thought that was pretty sick.
I mean, it was. But it's just kind of, it always cracks me up because I feel like in most books, I mean, even most things of this era, if you had there's foursome, it's going to be like all kind of the same and then one that's a little different in some way.
Did you ever watch Strong Bad Emails Teen Girl Squad?
No.
It's like, what's her name? So-and-so, what's her face? And the ugly one. And
there we go.
The ugly one is oh gosh. Like, I used to be able to do the whole intro. Shout out, Courtney. Love you. We used to do it together. But yeah, it's in the ugly one. There's like one that wears like cat eye glasses and has curly hair. And then the other one the ugly one is just like dressed like a triangle. She's just, It's a, yeah. Yeah. That's how the foursomes work.
Yeah. It's just the duff.
Yeah.
She's
the duff. Yeah.
Okay. Then we have Katie, who's very preppy and prim, and she's on the flag squad type of thing, which is like a dance team for the marching band.
Well, one thing I liked about Katie was that she was very clearly very good at math, but also was like part of the cheer squad in a way that was like, she was very, they didn't make the smart one the ugly one, which is normally what happens.
That's true.
It's the suff, the smart ugly fat friend. She was not the suff, and I was happy about that. I was like, good job.
That was good.
That's representation.
Yeah, there we go. And then last but not least, filling out this quad is Randy, who is from New York. She's a New Yorker, and she is cool.
Yeah.
She dresses cool. She's wearing like a leather bomber jacket. She has like kind of like spiky hair, like edgy, like
the Kraft spiky haircut.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Nancy. Yeah. So good. Anyway, so basically the story takes place over literally 5 days, which at one point the author forgets in the story. And she's just like talking about like something in the past, like it was a week ago. I'm like, no, ma'am, that was yesterday. Like, what?
Somebody
I get it.
needed a storyboard. She needed a little more yarn and a little more storyboard.
The other thing that cracked me up too is she didn't use it once, twice, but 3 times she used this word, a throng of kids. Like at one point, Katie's walking through a throng of kids in the hall, a throng of kids here. And I'm just like,
I'm going to describe my class as that from here on out.
Please do. And again, this is narrated by Little Miss Saps. So the 7th grade girl is just using all the SAT prep words.
Look, she did her flashcards over the summer. Good for her. At day camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so day 1 is basically like freaking out because school's starting.
She's going to be late.
And then she is kind of late. And then she has to get her locker, which locker anxiety was so real. Like, I forgot about it because she's talking about like, I don't know which way to turn it. And what if I forget? And I'm like, I remember I would forget my combination sometimes and I'd have to like walk away and then go back and do muscle memory because I couldn't get it together.
They gave us a day when we came in to do registration, because she did registration on the day that she started. We had like a couple weeks before we would come do registration, both in high school and in middle school. And there was especially the first time in 6th grade when we got lockers, they let us come in on registration day and practice.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
that's nice.
So I do remember practicing.
I have a traumatic story. So it's registration night. The year's 1992, I think. I'm with Fred and Linda, my parents, and we're at the good old middle school. And you had to go with your parents. It was like orientation. You picked up your gym clothes because you had to buy specific gym clothes.
Yep.
And you picked up your class schedule, all of those things. And I remember standing there with my dad, and I was so nervous. And I was just, I was a nervous kid, and I had anxiety before we had words for that.
Yeah.
I remember my dad be like, you had to walk up and go get your, like, it was alphabetical. You'd have to walk up and go get your schedule, and everybody's kind of going. And I didn't want to go by myself. And my dad's like, Beth, just go. And I could feel the tears start welling.
Oh.
And I was like, I cannot cry right now. And I was just so overwhelmed. And I mean, clearly, eventually I went and got it because I'm here today. But man, it was so, like, I was so nervous. I just was so scared. And anything new like that just would freak me out.
Oh.
Yeah, she was a sweet girl.
So excited. Like, I remember when we were in 5th grade and they took us over to the middle school and we got a tour. Like, because it was literally across the parking lot. Because I went to a small town. All the schools were next to each other. And I remember we came back from that tour and my friends were like, oh, this is so cool. We're going to have lockers and we can decorate them. So we started sticking things on the insides of our cubby desks as in like preparation.
Oh,
we were like,
so
we
cute.
need to get ready. So we like would decorate the insides of our cubby desks.
Oh, that's adorable.
We were really into it. I was very excited to get a locker. I thought that was the coolest thing.
I was freaking terrified. So homegirl, flustered. First of all, I love that they share lockers. She's like, who's going to be in my locker mate? Because they were all clean and tidy.
Did you have to share?
I honestly don't think so.
We had to share when I was in high school. Middle school, we didn't have to share because it was a small school. But when I went to high school, my junior and senior year, they said you have to get a locker mate if you were like part of like certain people. Like not everyone had to share, but some people had to share. And they started out by making siblings share.
Oh, gosh.
And yeah, my mom went to the school and was like, you just put it together 2 people who aren't afraid to hit each other.
Yeah.
And honestly, my sister pieced out so hard. She was like, 1, you're a slob. Like the number of times I jammed my locker. I jammed my locker so many times that Mr. Witzke came to my high school graduation party.
Okay.
He was the custodian who would crowbar my locker open for me.
Something. Okay. Shout out, Mr. Witzke.
Witzke.
There we go.
Mr. Witzke still, honestly.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. He would like crowbar my locker open. Like, honestly, it was about every like 2 months I'd jam that shit shut.
Oh, my gosh.
We had
That's
the clay.
honestly not surprising.
We had the Clayometer in the back. I had a poster of Clay Aiken, and I knew I had to clean my locker when everything got above his face. And we called it the Clayometer.
That's very telling of the era.
I voted so hard.
Okay. So day 1, she's freaking out, locker anxiety. She gets to math class and they start talking about something that she does not understand. She hears her name and it's her brother, her older brother, be like, homie,
Girl,
you're in the wrong
doing?
class. So she's like trying to like, how do I get out of here without making a disturbance? And then it was like a movie
I
meet
100%
cute
wrote
moment.
meet cute next to it. Yeah.
Yeah. She like trips and falls into this cute boy's lap.
Girl.
Dropping all her
those
books.
chairs did not have enough room. Nobody was falling in anyone's laps on accident.
No. So that was pretty great. And then she makes her way to the correct room and all of those things. But at some point she meets Randy in a bathroom. And Randy is not friendly, which I kind of like. Cool girl mystique. Yeah, she's not mean. She's not mean.
No, she's standoffish.
Yeah,
she's from the city. Not Minneapolis. I love that. One of the teachers, she goes, I'm from the city. And the teacher goes, Minneapolis? No, New York.
She's like,
City.
New York, the only city.
Yeah,
like,
the only one.
And she's very cool. We find out later her dad, like,
he like produces rock videos.
Yeah. She's
like
very
hanging out
cool.
with Whitesnake.
Yeah. She's just very cool.
I one thing I really liked about it is that she was like pretty punk and pretty edgy, but I liked that this book wasn't like rude about that.
Yeah.
Like Sabrina is like taken by this girl and is like admires her from the very get-go.
Yes.
It does not matter that like she dresses very different and that she dresses different than Sabrina or Katie or Allison. It's just like, wow, this girl is so unique and so cool. I liked that about this book.
I did too. I think all of the female characters, the lead girls, the core group, they were positive for the most part.
Yeah.
Even there's some bullying that happens. It's not even like horrible bullying. It's very like kind of like day-to-day annoying bullying.
So when like some of these books we've read, I've been like concerned. Who did you actually experience this? Because that's a felony.
Yeah,
like some of this stuff is like, or it's like it's a misdemeanor. Only, like did that kid go to juvie after this? But this bullying was like the kind of bullying that I experienced, where like one girl was kind of like I had a purse. I had a mud purse. Very cool.
That's cool.
And a girl in my class decided she didn't like me, and I'm not really sure why. And it was the same as like Sabrina. she had no idea why this girl, Stacy the Great, does not like her.
Mm-hmm.
This girl didn't like me. She took my purse and she stole my purse. There was nothing of value in my purse. It was like one like Bonnie Bell lip smacker and like maybe, probably a bunch of trash knowing my locker. It was just trash and a Bonnie Bell. But my friend Benji actually, reported it to the teacher and then took the teacher to the locker room and was like, that's Sam's purse and her school ID is in there. So like you can tell it's hers. Thank goodness for my friend Benji. But like the stealing of the notebook and reading the shit is like, that's the kind of bullying I ever experienced.
Yeah. Well, that's what's I kind of laughed at Sabrina because she brings this pink journal to school.
Girl, don't do that.
With her intentions and all of this stuff. And
leave the bullet journal at home.
Please.
It's for your private thoughts.
Well, and it was interesting to me because she dropped it at some point, but I thought she scooped it back up. Somehow Stacy gets it, which Stacy the Great is the principal's daughter. She thinks she's hot crap. She dresses super cool. She's a little scandalous.
She's a little skanky, but in the way that you are in a middle school.
Yes.
Not actually skanky. You just talk to boys.
You just talk to boys and you think you flirt in a way that you're like, oh, sweetie, that's so, it's too much, but okay.
I have thoughts about this, but anyway, we could come back to this.
No, get it.
Well, so they do kind of like the only real skanky trait or whatever, the like only unfavorable trait when it comes to relationships is that she pursues the guys herself.
Yeah.
And that was 100% me. I wasn't scared. Well, I mean, maybe I was, but like,
just go after what you want.
Yeah, that was the only piece where I was like, just Sabrina, if you want to go out on a date with this guy,
just ask.
Just go ask him.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you I got banned by my mom? I got told
Say it. You got banned from asking boys out
because I kept asking boys out myself, and my mom told me this fucking this.
You can say it.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Well,
we're explicit
on it. Are we?
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Well, then I'll say it.
Yeah.
That this fucking drivel that like if you go after boys, they won't like you. Mm-hmm. Which the goal was still to be liked by boys. Whatever. Like we lived parallel lives, me and Ann. But like if I liked a guy, I'd just ask them to the dance, or I'd like ask him out. And my mom was like, she basically was like, you cannot ask any more boys out. And I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
I would just take them to dances. That's like all. And then it was mostly a bunch of nerd boys. I'd be like, now you dance with me. Put your hands on my hips, we dance. That was like the worst of it. But
that's amazing.
I got grounded from asking boys out.
That's pretty actually amazing. That can be your fun fact. 2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie. Once I got grounded for asking too many boys out. No one will know that. Though everyone will know that's the truth. Anybody who's interacted with me in real life will be like, yeah, you're basically like a Neanderthal. Like you, me, date now.
So the girls, it's first day.
Yeah.
They go to lunch. They go to sit down, and then Stacy is telling them to get out of their seats basically. And then they're like,
what a wanker.
I loved it too because Randy just comes up and tells Stacy, no, they're not moving. And then doesn't proceed to have lunch with the girls, just walks away.
Yeah.
Like, okay, defender.
I don't want to deal with that, but also I don't want to hang out with you.
Exactly.
I didn't say you weren't losers, but you shouldn't be bullied for it.
Eventually, after the incidents where Stacy makes fun of the girl or makes fun of Sabs with her little journal, Alec, the boy that she likes, who also Stacy likes and is all over,
Mr. Meet Cute,
gets kind of looks at Stacy like she's a little bit trashy for doing that, and then she gets her little journal back, and it's in day 1.
Yeah.
They also got nominated to do the homecoming committee decorations.
Yeah. Full group project. Did not get to pick.
Day 1.
Yeah. You don't even know these girls.
No. And they're also having a homecoming parade that same week that Sabs is the first clarinet or something.
Yeah.
Again, a lot is packed into one day of life.
I feel like my first week of school was mostly you got a new planner. That was the greatest.
Yes. You're just trying to figure out how to get to the places. And I just thought it was interesting that they do a homecoming dance for junior high. I was like, okay, we called those socials.
Ours was just dance.
Dances.
Yeah,
socials,
it was just
we had a little theme.
Quarter dance every
but
quarter.
Who's coming home to
middle school?
To middle school. I know I put that on my calendar every year.
No, I think that gets you put on a list if you go home to your middle school.
So
no,
crazy.
ma'am.
Oh gosh.
No.
Nope. So it's day 2. Sabrina's kind of having feelings still about the notebook incident because I think I still harp on things when I get embarrassed sometimes. I'm like, okay, let it go, please.
Well, so when I was this was in high school, but I wrote a kind of a salacious story. It was like middle school salacious about being on a diet and having like basically like a relationship with ice cream akin to a relation, like an actual like sexual relationship. And like it wasn't actually like
what I would give for
I
you to
have it.
I need you to find that for me.
I know where it is.
Okay.
I have this. Yeah. But my math teacher took it and read it aloud to the class. And I was livid because I thought he was going to read it and see what it was and then just put it down. But he didn't. He like actually kept reading it.
Oh, gosh.
And I was so mad, which I shouldn't have had it. Whatever. We were giggling and passing it around. But I walked out of the classroom. I was like, I'm not going to sit here for this. Like, I'm not going to sit here while you embarrass me for like basically a very stupid piece of literature I wrote. And he afterwards, he like comes out and he's like, you can come back in. And I came in and was in the front row. He was very nice. He goes, I liked your story. And I think he was not the kind of person that was like mean or he was very cool. He played football. He was like oh my God, Courtney, my friend, had such a crush on Brady. Like he was very cute for our like year. He was very nice and he just said, I liked your story. And I said, thank you, Brady. And I sat down. That was the only thing that kept me from just like melting inside because I was so pissed off. He was a good teacher. That was maybe not my favorite move of his, but yeah, I had it read aloud to my entire IB math class.
Oh, that's awful. That's pretty bad.
Story is pretty funny though. I found it a few years ago.
I'm kind of excited to see it.
I'll find it for you. I know where it is. We moved and I know where it is. So
gosh. So the girls decide to get together to work on these decorations, which I, in middle school, was ASB president, always a leader. Not really, but
I never got elected. I tried so hard.
Oh.
A student body president in high school, but
look at you.
But not middle school. I was a big dork. But I was elected to give we had 8th grade graduation, and I did get to give the speech at 8th grade graduation.
You look like you're such a nerd, but look at you, just out and about doing the things.
I had a real glow up. 6th grade was not kind to me. 8th grade, I think we all kind of like settled in. Yeah. And it was like, yeah, I'm a nerd and you guys can accept it or not.
Yeah. When I was reading this book, it made me flash back to a dance we did for Valentine's Day. And I remember I very much so wanted a new outfit. I made my mom take me to the local Fred Meyer, which had clothing because it was like, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night. Yes. It's like 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, I need an outfit. And we went to the one in our town. And then I was like, they don't have what I need. And so we had to go to the next town over to get this outfit that I wore once. But I remember like my mom was like in advertising sales and she just knew people around town and she knew the people that owned the roller skating rink and I was trying to do something really cool for the dance and like really make my mark and they gifted us with a balloon drop and so it was like this special bag that you ripped open and I remember we filled it with balloons and we got it ready and like I wanted to be the one to rip it but I let someone else do it because I wanted the favor and this person like everybody knew it was coming and they were so excited. And I just remember this girl and she was wearing a giant starter jacket, like kind of around her arms. And she was like kind of this girl that pretended to be a like gangster thug, which is hilarious because I think she went real country later in life. And
as one does.
And everybody was like crowded around and they could see the balloon drop and she's like, get out of my way. And she's just like running and like move. And then the balloons all come and everybody freaked out. And I just remember being like, that's right. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so ridiculous. But these girls were kind of like that.
I love like looking back on that and being like, this is the fact that is, you could look back and say this is very cringy.
Yeah.
Or you can look back and say, what a wonderful time that is the thing that mattered.
Yeah.
Like my starter jacket and my balloon drop and I'm a baller.
Like it's so good. And I think that's one thing I wish that kids had the opportunity to experience today was like, there's no cell phones.
Yeah.
There's no cameras really. I mean, we took pictures like kind of, but like nobody really had a camera that they carried with them. Film was expensive. And so you just got to live out these moments and it's like, there was no picture to look back and like, oh, that was cringe or no one to mock you. So you just got to have these really like authentic, organic moments where nobody's capturing it and then judging. And so it was so fun because you just got to kind of do your thing.
I have a very vivid memory of being at it was a middle school dance. We were in the we were really excited because it used to be in the cafetorium area, but this time they let us have it in the small gym, not the big gym, but we were allowed to have it in the small gym. And the DJ played One More Time by Daft Punk. And the part where it slows down, I just remember everybody like losing their mind and being like, we need to find somebody to slow dance with. And then it came back and people are like, what? Like nobody knew this song except the DJ. But I still have a very vivid memory of everybody when One More Time comes back, just being like, oh my gosh, you know, like, wow, you know.
There's something too about those years that you just feel cool. You know what I mean? Like you just feel, they give those moments you're like, I feel so cool, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I think it's so sweet.
I remember being on a hayride. The lamest thing in the world, but whatever. Eastern Colorado. I was on a hayride and this boy that I liked came with me on the hayride and I like stole his hat and I kind of had it like off to the side and I just thought I was the hottest thing. And then when I saw the SNL skit about the theater kids and the one girl like Vanessa Bayer just steals his hat and she's like, but I don't know what to do with it, so I just kind of walk around. I was like, that was me.
Yep.
That was 100% me.
But it felt so good.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm so cool.
So cool right now.
I was such a goober.
It was such a time.
I'm happy for it. I'm thankful for it.
Again, a lot of this book was me just kind of like having these like just senses and memories and just smiling and be like, oh yeah, that was so fun. Like the girls are literally in Sab's like bedroom and she lives in the attic because she lives in a house with all boys and she has this really cool attic bedroom and they're like taking this quiz about boys in like a teen magazine. I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to love like YM and teen
17.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
And they're just like taking it so seriously, like this means something.
Defeated when it says that it's not the boy she's gonna be with. And she's like pacing.
Yeah. She's like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so anyway, then they're trying to come up with stuff and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they decide to they come up with this plan. It's like the Get Alec plan or something like that.
Yeah. Operation Alec.
Yes. And I'm like, oh gosh, that's something I would have done.
Oh yeah.
Like, how can we get this boy to like me?
I love it too because it's not like a direct approach. And I love that this is the thing. Katie was my girl.
Yeah.
Because all the time she's like, why don't you just go tell him you like him?
Yeah.
She's like very much like not coded to be like about all the drama. She's like, you could just tell him.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. That's impossible. And so they instead decide to tell. Katie knows that one of the guys is friends with Alec and she knows like his sister because they're in flag corps together. And so she's going to let it like slip at the flag corps to the sister and the friend. And then like Alec will just be there.
All
and
the way
then
around.
Sabrina's going to be sitting there just like sitting, like waiting for him to see and they make eye contact. It's the most ham-fisted approach.
Yes.
To you could just ask him
ask
out.
him.
Which I hate to say it. I know she's supposed to be the villain, but that works for Stacy the Great.
For Stacy. Well,
it works.
I think it was cute too because they decide that since the middle school boys like football, they're going to go to the high school boys football practice and try to run into the boys.
Because because apparently the middle school boys are just sitting around watching the high school boys play football.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Girls, get a
Come
hobby.
on. A lot of things transpire. There's a lot of just little whatevers, but basically they all kind of come together. Sabs is trying to get these decorations together. It's not really going good. She runs into Randy. Randy finally is like, okay,
fine, I'll help.
Help a bitch out, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I'll totally give you like a great idea.
Yes, and so they kind of like. I think the original theme was something kind of lame. I can't remember.
It was like Hollywood, and then there was it was something
space.
Yeah, and she was gonna use like tinfoil.
Yeah, and Randy's like, nah.
No, girl.
She's like, I got a lighting kit at home.
Yeah,
I'll see you tomorrow, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like working on all that, and they're just like,
and her friend Spike is there.
Oh yeah, Spike, who plays in a band.
Who plays in a band? They're
I think
friends.
He was in ninth grade too.
Yeah, he was in ninth grade. He plays in a band, and we find out Randy does not believe in traditional relationship structures. She's like, I don't do that couple stuff.
Yeah, she's like, no thanks.
Yeah.
So the dance is, again, this is all in 1 week. The dance is quickly approaching, but first they have to have the homecoming parade, which they're marching. And at this point, like, there's this guy named Nick who is one of...
It's Sam's friend. So
Sam is
Sabrina's
twin
brother's friend who likes Katie.
Yes.
There's like a whole drama thing about don't date your friend's brothers or whatever, but they do it anyway.
Yeah, kind of on the DL, and then it gets exposed, but it all works out. And Nick decides he likes Sabrina, and like they ended up deciding to go to the dance together.
He like spews it, asks her, and then like after giving her like slobbery reed back from her clarinet.
The best. Yeah. She's like, I didn't realize you had to like suck on a clarinet reed for so long.
Yeah.
And so she's like just going to town on it before the parade, and he comes up and is talking to her. She drops it, he grabs it, and she's just like, that was like his hand is on my saliva. Just like,
Which honestly, that's the right. You're like, ew.
Yeah. And then he hands it back and she pops it right back in, and he's like, let's go to the dance, and runs away. And he plays the big old drum, which is like so middle school.
Yeah.
All of my first middle school boyfriends, it was boys going to my friend to ask me out, or me telling my friend to dump that boy for me. Like, it was just crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I never had any face-to-face interactions with these boys. It was just like,
I just cornered them and was like, "You're gonna
out or the
date
dumping.
me now."
No, it was like, okay, you go see if you ask his friend if he likes me a little bit, and then it was always roundabout crazy. Anyway, so Sabrina's kind of excited. She decides to go to the dance with Nick. She's pretty pumped. So they're like all decorating for the dance.
Yeah.
And like Spike is there, and they're like testing out the lighting and the music. And Spike and Sabrina start dancing.
Yeah, because he doesn't know it, but he plays her favorite song, which is like I think it's like Wang Chung. I think I
can't remember. Yeah, it was something very like.
It was very 80s.
Very 80s.
Yeah.
Well, like they talk about like her favorite is like Tom Cruise like posters on her wall. Yeah, it's very, very 80s coded. So anyway, they start dancing, and Nick walks in, and he's so angry.
It's like, you dancing with my girl.
Yeah. And he gets pissed and is like, I'm not going to the dance with you anymore.
He calls her and dumps her. And then there's like this whole slew of like, the writing structure here is kind of funny because it's this whole slew of cuts of basically, it's like Mean Girls where they all call each other.
That's right. And they do it like it's like a script. Yeah.
And so they have like all these interactions where she's like, I'm not going to go to the dance. And then Katie says, you have to go to the dance, but I don't have anybody to go with. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll all go as friends. You're going with my brother, blah, blah, blah. They just go back and forth. And then finally she says, fine, I'll go to the dance.
Which...
This is like 6 hours before the dance. All of this goes down.
It's so again, it's so wild, the timeline. Yeah. So they all get to the dance, whatever. And like, you know, Sabrina's kind of feeling sad about things because Stacy's there with Alec and she's dancing and blah, blah, blah. And so all of a sudden she's like trying to sneak out and spotlight on her.
Yeah. Because Spike puts it on her. Well, and she sees Nick with this other girl that he's like supposedly going with.
And she was just really sad, which I get that. It's like, there's no worse heartbreak than a boy that you barely know dancing with a girl when you wanted to dance with him. Yeah. It's just like,
have I sobbed in the cafeteria bathroom?
Yeah.
Next to the Mountain Dew Code Red vending machine? Yes, I have.
I walked out of a dance, this again, I just want to state for the record, I don't sit in these memories, but this book invoked them. And I just remembered when she was talking about the dance. There was this time I was at a dance. I think I was in maybe 9th grade, and it was in the cafeteria, and like everybody was dancing, and I could just tell like there was like a shift in my friend group, and I just didn't feel like I belonged. And then it was like there was this guy that I kind of liked, and he was dancing with someone else, and I decided like I don't want to be here anymore, and I turn around and I walk out, and they're playing like How Do I Live Without You from Leanne Rimes. And I walk out, and I just was hearing that music, and I was just like walking out to like, actually I must be a little older because I had my car. I felt very cool, and it was like straight out of a movie. It's like the stars are out, and I'm just walking away from all of this. It was so ridiculous. Toss
a match.
No, it wasn't even that. I wasn't mad. I was just like, I'm past this. Like it was very like
full release.
It was.
This is above. This is below me. I am above this.
It was like, I'm like, I don't even need these people in my life. It was so ridiculous. And then I went home, and I probably, took a shower with some cucumber melon Bath and Body Works thing, and some listeners to Boys Men and went to bed.
Take me away.
Something.
Bring me free.
Oh, it was so ridiculous. But basically what happens is like Spike is like, I have a special lady I want to dedicate this song to, dedicates a song to Sabrina, and they put a spotlight on her, and everybody's just like, oh, who is this girl?
Yeah.
Because, this hot older guy is singing to her, and her friends literally put a spotlight on her, and they're like, they were like, yeah, we got you, girl. Like, it was so sweet because they were
there was that scene was like I think this was the most character development that Allison got.
Yeah.
Was that she was also really into the like all the like theater tech stuff.
Yes.
And like her and Randy were like bonding over it.
Yeah.
Which I do think
that.
was a little like it was coded.
Yeah.
I was like, hopefully they're gonna I was like, they're gonna
okay.
fall in love. I'm here for this.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I was like, it's the 90s. It won't work.
No, but
they won't have this till 2003, but good for them.
Yeah. And that's kind of where it ends. The spotlight
Nick
goes
apologizes.
on. Oh yeah.
He apologizes and they're like friends.
Which
and
is
that's
like,
it.
Okay, cool. Bye.
Yeah, friends to enemies to friends.
Yeah.
Or enemies to friends to enemies to friends.
To friends. And then the girls all kind of get together and like rally and then like
they put their hands in the center and go, yeah.
And they literally like this is the last line. She's like, Randy put her arm around me, squeezed my shoulder. Welcome to junior high, kiddo, she said.
Randy girl, I know you're from New York.
But come on.
You're in the same damn grade, girl. Like, I know you're making out with Spike in your little like, non-traditional relationship situations. But like, girl, you're the same age.
Yeah, calm down.
You know what a Subway is, but also that's not all growth.
No.
Chill.
So anyway, I kind of loved this book.
I did too. I wrote in it that this is my favorite of all of the like junior high girl books we've read.
It's most positive for sure.
This is I think you kind of hit the nail on the head that the bullying is not, it's pretty run of the mill. Most of the like, this is honestly the only one where I felt like the girls were like actually supportive of one another.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't this weird chippy, like we're friends, we're not friends, we're going to bully each other.
Yeah.
Like the friends were actually really supportive. And there was a point where like Sabrina was sad about something and Katie totally talked her up and was like, don't you worry about it. And I was like, girl, you got good friends. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters, especially in middle school.
Yeah. This is like the best
thing.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what do you rate this one?
I am going to say this is honestly 9 out of 10 slouchy socks.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, so I'm going to rate this 5 out of 5 of those little S's that you draw on your like
Hundo P. Yes. The S is for Spike. Yeah. He's obviously the real banger here.
He's the best. So, okay, speaking of bangers, we're going to play or just revisit Girl Talk the game.
I never played this. This predated me.
So the premise game is kind of like truth or dare, and you do these truths or dares, and you get points.
Yeah.
And so for like every so many points you get to take one of these cards that like is your destiny card. And I have not opened this game for years. And when I opened it today, I was shooketh because here are the categories of destiny cards: career, marriage, children, special moments.
Okay. All right. Sounds like, is the special moment a wedding?
I don't know.
The birth of your child?
So
the other two things? Definitely not in graduating college.
So, okay. Feelings. So basically you would spin this little wheel and it would give you different things. I'm going to give you some of the examples. So you would spin it and get points so it's a kind of a truth or dare.
Okay.
So here's one. Close your eyes, then describe what another player is wearing. Okay. Pretend to cry. Real tears win points.
Oh my God.
Name a boy you'd like to date. What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
I'm not saying that.
Have you ever cheated in school? When?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I cheated once on a math. No, it was a spelling test.
Oh.
I hid the answers in my cubby.
Oh gosh. Yep. Okay. Describe the perfect prom dress.
These girls were in 7th grade.
What would you like the title of your life story to be? What is the worst thing you ever ate? Act out a song. If a player guesses, you win. So it's all these little things. So then you grab these cards. So I'm going to pick random cards for us. And then we're going to read them.
Do I get to ask one of you?
No. So this is your fortune.
Oh, these are my fortunes.
So like we're gonna act like so. This is your life.
Oh,
and
yes.
You're gonna read it.
Basically, like this is Milton Bradley Tarot.
Yes.
Let's go.
And the thing is, there's blank spots. So if you get a blank, you get to say your own thing.
Okay.
The other fun thing about this, like let's say you got like a dare or question you didn't want to answer, it came with these zit stickers. So you'd have to put stickers on your face.
This was before the little pop dots or whatever. Pimple dots.
Yeah, this was before it was cool to like expose yourself for having acne.
Yeah, you were trying to hide that.
Yes. So you're going to read your card and then I'll read my corresponding card. And if it has a blank, you get to fill it in.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay, pick which
career. I'm a career woman. Career first.
Mine says, given your love of my favorite hobby, watching Below Deck, everyone is shocked when you become a dentist. I'm going to be a dentist.
You're a dentist.
Yes.
You will most likely follow in your father's footsteps. My dad is a plumber and in plumbing sales, and I did chemical engineering.
Pretty
So
close.
that's basically spicy plumbing.
Yes.
So maybe this one's right. Children.
You will have as many children as there are letters in your first name. Well, my first name is Elizabeth, so rip my vagina.
Damn.
Also, that is not happening.
I have, after 3 sons, you will eventually succeed in having a girl you will name blank.
What are you going to name her?
Cornelia.
Cordelia. Okay, marriage. You will meet your future husband while working together at McDonald's.
Damn, girl.
All right. Knows how to cook.
I'm going to marry one of my friends' boyfriends.
Oh.
Homewrecker. With
Okay.
our 4 children.
Now the most important, my special moment. A visit to Korea will lead to a wonderful change in your life. Oh, that happened.
Did
so
it?
It did. That was true.
While visiting a dude ranch, your horse will bolt and damn it, this is
You're
the
a horse girl.
No, it knew. And you will be rescued by a ranch hand who looks just like insert actor names here. I'm going to go with my middle school crush, Hayden Christensen.
There we go. I mean, I pulled those out of nowhere. I grabbed them randomly. And the fact that you got horse girl.
I got horse girl
is
and
amazing.
I'm apparently boyfriend stealing horse girl who's a plumber.
Love that.
Yeah.
So, okay, I could
That
see.
one's fun.
I could see that that game's actually a little fun.
It is kind of hilarious.
I don't love that the girls are limited to just marriage, children, and
special moments. But you do have a career, so
Yeah, that's
props. This is like the little what's it? The cootie catcher.
Yes.
The, like, I don't even remember how I used to be able to make those.
I loved it, the folded paper thing, fortune teller. Yeah.
There was one night here where a bunch of people off the frisbee team got together and we got kind of drunk and we played MASH.
Oh, MASH
And
is good.
That was fun.
That's super fun.
Until one of my friends was married to Angela Merkel and resettled in Pyongyang, and she got kind of mad about that. She's like, I gave you guys hot actors, and you gave me Angela Merkel.
I don't know if I taught my students this, but I remember my students, we were on a mission trip or something, all these girls.
Yeah.
And I had a notepad. I'm like, let's do MASH. And some of them had played maybe and hadn't. And we did it. And they were giggling and it was so fun.
Playing MASH is so fun. But my friend who we played with that one night, refuses to play with us now because she's like, I can't believe you made me marry.
Well, I just have to say, I'm very, very excited for our October pick. We are reading The Witches.
Yeah,
which I've never read the book, but
I
loved the movie.
I've never seen the movie, but I love the book.
Oh, the movie with Angelica Houston is just so well.
I should watch that.
So there's a remake with Anne Hathaway, which was good too. But
I saw that. Yeah. Okay, I didn't see it, but I knew that it happened.
But the original was so terrifyingly wonderful and
Angelica
beautiful.
Houston is like
royalty.
Yeah, she's amazing, and she plays creepy so well.
And it's such a fun movie. So I'm very excited for the book. So
I loved the book growing up. Anything Roald Dahl, I just inhaled.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited about this one.
I'm super excited. So yay! I'm so glad we're back.
We're back.
I'm so glad
School's
we're cocktailing. I mean, I feel a little tipsy, so
that was honestly a real banger to kick off the season. But I don't know if any of the rest of them are going to be that good. We'll see.
We're going to make it happen.
Yeah. If you're enjoying Boozy Book Reports and would like to support the show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Boozy Book Reports, or leave us a positive review and rating. All of those things help us grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost. Check out their latest album now. Thank you and happy reading. If you're enjoying Boozy Book Reports and would like to support the show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Boozy Book Reports, or leave us a positive review and rating. All of those things help us grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost. Check out their latest album now. Thank you and happy reading.